Hey guys, Adam here with my final review on the iPod Nano 6th generation. I've had this for about a week now. I got it the day it came out, and it's been my daily iPod. Apple decided to take a completely different path with this new Nano. Gone is the Apple click wheel. The new Nano is an entirely different Nano than we've ever seen before. We now have a tiny 1.54-inch multi-touch display with a screen resolution of 240 by 240 pixels. This is no Retina display at 220 pixels per inch versus the iPhone 4's 326 pixels per inch, but it's still pretty good. The hardware on the device is very simple. We have the multi-touch display centered on the front, a clip on the back, and different controls around. On the back of this Nano is the iPod Shuffle light clip ported over to this new Nano. The clip is as easy to use as ever, and you can simply clip it on something and it will stay. This clip makes this new iPod Nano great for working out with and simply carrying around. On the top of this new Nano, we have a sleep-wake key on the top right and volume rockers similar to those on the iPhone 4 on the left. On the bottom of this new Nano, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack and a 30-pin dock connector. This is altogether a very small iPod Nano, measuring just 0.35 inches in depth, 1.48 inches tall, and 1.61 inches wide. Weighing just 0.74 ounces, this new Nano is as extremely light as I bet it will ever be. Moving along to the software of this Nano. Gone is a standard iPod operating system to work with the Nano's old click wheel. We now have an operating system very similar to the operating system found on all iPhones, iPod Touches, and iPads, iOS 4. Instead of having actual iPhone and iPad applications found in the App Store, you have applications such as songs, artists, playlists, and other applications such as settings, photos, fitness, and radio. While it will take a bit of time to get used to the motions used in the new iPod Nano operating system, I found it pretty intuitive, and once you learn how to navigate around, you'll have no problem. To navigate around, simply click on an application, and you can scroll to the right to go back one page, or simply hold down anywhere on the screen, and you will be exited to the home screen. While there is multi-touch on the screen, it's only implemented in one manner, to rotate the screen. For example, if you go into the photo application, there will not be pinch to zoom, and instead you will have to double tap to zoom and then pan, as if there was no multi-touch on the display. Now the main focus of this new Nano is to simply listen to your music, and that's been the main focus of the Nano since the first generation. The music menu is very simple. You click into one of the application icons such as songs, and you go to the song you want. Apple is really emphasizing album artwork on this new Nano, and you will see the album artwork in full screen. You then get your standard Ipod controls by tapping on the screen, and more by scrolling to the right. Most of the different applications you'll see on this new iPod Nano are relating music, and these are Now Playing, Songs, Artists, Albums, Playlists, Genres, Composers, Podcasts, and Genius Mixes. You also have a few other applications not relating music to choose from on this new Nano, including Settings, Photos, Radio, and Fitness. Altogether, this new Nano is simply for someone who wants to sit back and listen to their music. There's no longer support for video playback on this new Nano, so with that, there's no longer a video camera on the back, which was on the last iPod Nano 5th generation. There's also not an external speaker on this Nano, so you will be forced to listen to your music through your headphones. This is more of a portable Nano than ever before, with the size significantly smaller versus the 5th generation Nano. With a price point of $150 US-wise for the 8GB Nano and $179 US for the 16GB Nano, I would say this is definitely overpriced for what you get. Although this Nano is great what it's meant for, I've always been more of a fan of the iPod Touch, and with two cameras plus the Retina display on the new 4th generation Nano, I would definitely recommend spending the extra $70 for the iPod Touch if you just want it as your standard iPod. However, if you're looking for a small and easy to use device that you simply want to listen to music on and not play any applications or surf the web, then the iPod Nano 6th generation is a great device for that, and is highly recommended for those who are not interested in the iPod Touch. If you are interested in the iPod Nano, I definitely recommend going ahead and spending the extra $20 for double the storage. But there we go guys, that is my full review on the iPod Nano 6th generation. If you have any further questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching.